Hello everybody and welcome back to SkySaga Alpha 5. This is going to be the very last episode we have here on Alpha 5, and that is because the devs have made the announcement Alpha 6 is coming and it is right around the corner. Next week's episode will be out in Alpha 6. Probably going to be going through, doing the tutorial, showing you guys what it's all about, getting ready and getting hyped for Alpha 6. Really keen. Every time the devs put out a new version of the game, there are massive changes, there are really cool things going on. If you haven't seen it already, check out the SkySaga Twitter page. I'm going to throw a link to that in the description box. There are some amazing things that they are putting out on that Twitter page right now. There's lots of images and stuff about Alpha 6. There's really a lot of hype going on, and I, for one, am really quite excited. But we're here to do another episode for today in Alpha 5. We want to do a big send-off to Alpha 5 if we can. Now, this is also right at the end of Door Week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know what you thought of Door Week. If you like that type of thing, I can do some more of those. I can start theming some more tutorial weeks and doing a video every single day. And just let me know. Let me know if you want that, and we can definitely add it in at some point down the line. So what are we actually going to be doing today? Well, today I actually want to run through the Treasured Keystone because, of course, I got this while I was studying and I haven't really been able to do anything with it. So running through that is going to be something I want to do. I mean, obviously, you guys have probably seen that already. Boomkid did a stream on them. There have been other people doing streams on them. There have been other videos done in the Treasured Keystone. So I want to just do a kind of quick little run-through, show you what's in all the chests, all that kind of stuff. Just, you know, to get it out there and get all of that done and dusted. And then, of course, we are at the very end of Alpha 5, which means I can start doing, well, whatever I like with this place, because there is no real point keeping anything anymore. So up there, there is some stuff that I'm going to talk about on Tuesday. So I do have one more tutorial coming. It is kind of sort of an Alpha 6 tutorial. There's some stuff that I'm going to show you that will be useful in Alpha 6 based on some of the stuff that devs have already shown us and talked about on the forums. So have a look out for that one on Tuesday. It's probably not going to be up there. I'm probably going to buy a new island and just build an entire thing on this new island to show off what I'm doing up there. Anyway, I got distracted. So, what are we going to do for this episode? So not only are we going to do a Treasured Keystone, there's one chest in here that I've been meaning to clear out for a very long time, and I think the end of Alpha 5 is the time to do it. Have a look at this. Bam. Lots and lots of bombs. And not only do we have lots of bombs, but we also have a lot of bomb-making material. This is only some of my bomb-making material. So what I want to do today is crank all this stuff out, make as many bombs as possible, go through, I want to try and destroy an entire home island, see how many bombs that takes, and if I have any bombs left over, I'm not sure if I will, I'm going to run another adventure wielding nothing but bombs and see how difficult it is to take on an entire world just with bombs in hand. So that's for this episode. We're going to have a bit of an explosive time here on Alpha 5. At the end of Alpha 5. So I think, first of all, we're going to jump into our Treasured Keystone. I'm just going to change my equipment around a bit. I need to grab some dirt blocks and things, because I know that there are going to be some places where I'm going to need to patch up. I'm going to refix my pickaxes, and then we're going to jump into this keystone and have a look around, and then we're going to come back here and blow something up. Or blow a lot of things up, as the case definitely is. Of course, if we do have time at the very end, I'll probably jump around and show some of the stuff that we've been doing while we've been working through Alpha 5. Of course, there were a few big interruptions in my Alpha 5, so there are some islands that we started and never got around to finishing, like the Tower Island and the Graveyard. But that's okay, because those projects we can definitely pick back up on in Alpha 6, and we could probably even do them better, I'm thinking. So, I'm really excited. I'm going to do all the repairs I need to do, and I will see you at the Treasured Keystone. Surprise! Just a quick thing before we go. So, I have been kind of jumping on and off while I've been studying and stuff like that. So I did manage to hit up the sale where they were selling off all of this purite. So I now have a crap load of purite. So what we're going to do is, before we go up, we're going to actually upgrade our armor, because I have been in this armor that I'm currently in for a very long time. I mean, the helmet is new, but everything else has just kind of been scavenged from worlds and other bits and pieces, and I haven't been doing too much adventuring, so it's been enough. It's been perfectly fine. But now I really want to go through and make an entire set of Purite Guardian's armor, and we're going to take that giant set of Purite Guardian's armor with us out into the adventure world. So I'm going to see you at the Treasured Keystone. And here we are on the Treasure Island. So this place is really, really awesome. It is, of course, modeled after the forest biome, but it is completely different in a whole lot of ways. So of course, to start with, we start here slap bang in the center, and there are 4 paths that we can go down. Each of these paths lead to a different area with a new boss chest and lots of loot. Now, before I forget, let's take a quick look at my armor because this stuff is fancy. Let's go out into the sun here where we can actually see it. Bam! Look at that. It is the full Guardian set, except for the helmet. I don't really like the Guardian's helmet all that much, so I put my own helmet on top because I actually prefer this helmet, despite the fact that, you know, it's one of the basic things that you can get everywhere. I really like it, and I think this set just looks absolutely awesome. So, as you probably saw in my inventory, I really don't have a lot on me right now. That's because you don't really need it for this place. This place is completely devoid of enemies or any real challenges. All you are here to do is come along and pick up some treasure and some loot. So, I'm not sure how long I'm going to spend in here, but I'm definitely only going to give you guys the cliff notes. So there's lots and lots of stuff going on around here. As you can see, there are adventures dotted all over the place that are all copies of things that occur in the normal game. So what we're actually going to do here is I'm going to run through and try and navigate through all of the holes and stuff that exist in this world, and then I'm going to show you the contents of each and every chest I run across and any other cool little bits and pieces that I find. So, you know, stuff like this here where I've got another little side quest off to this area over here, and this looks like it's the top of one of the towers from the desert, and it's only got the one little chest over here. So let's just take a quick look inside this chest. Okay, so it's just standard basic loot chest, a basic loot chest, so it's not really all that much point visiting absolutely every single one of these islands, but what we do want to visit is all of these. So this here is the bottom room from, I think, if I have a look at that again, it's from the Colosseum, which is usually found in the desert and sometimes found in the winter biomes as well, sorry, the Arctic biomes. So if we go down there, we'll be able to find a lot more really cool loot. So I'll see you down there in a sec. Here we are at the end of this trail, and personally I love the fact that there are knots that lead you up to this chest, and there is this giant pile of them all over this chest, so you know exactly what your target was. Even if you've never played SkySaga before, you would know that this has a lot of treasure in it, and have a look at that. We've got a purite falchion and lots of knots, which is just amazing. Now, of course, I have actually got a lot of purite plate now, so back at home in my forges right now, we actually have a couple of purite scimitars coming out, and they are full purite, unlike this thing, which is part purite and part abyssium. But it's still kind of cool to come along here and have a look at all these things, so let's go over and find the next adventure. Bam! Chest number 2. So this one here looks like the end of the Sunreach Palace. Of course, there'd usually be a lot bigger area there, and then the portal would stick up just about here. So the chest would normally be kind of here, and you have a big hulking warlord or something standing around in the bottom here attempting to attack you. But of course, this is just a nice simple stroll through a very awesome treasure center. So now, there we go, purite scimitar, and we are getting tens of thousands of knots in each of these chests, which is awesome because we can then use those to buy more bits and pieces that I'm going to need to blow up everything that we're going to blow up later on. Because as much as I have a lot of black powder and all that kind of stuff, I may end up running out and needing more. Alright, closing in on chest number 3. So here we are. This is the end of the Quarry, if you haven't seen this one before. It's kind of interesting how they changed the color schemes back to the area that these things are coming from, which means you get this very interesting combination where you've got pillars made out of skystone sitting on top of amberstone and bloodstone. It's all just a little bit weird, if you ask me, but there you go. These things happen, obviously, and SkySaga is kind of interesting in that way. And obviously, look at up there, you've got green banners. It normally wouldn't be green, but let's take a look in this chest and see what we've got. We've got a purite warhammer. I'm sensing a bit of a theme here. We're getting lots of weaponry and lots of knots. So we're back into the 100,000s worth of knots now, so I'm definitely going to have to go and buy something. And the final chest is in an adventure everybody should be very familiar with. This is one of the glades from the light world. So if you haven't seen this one, then you probably didn't run a whole lot of light worlds when you very first got started. And of course, if you go have a look here at this chest, this is not going to be anything exquisite. It's just going to be pretty standard dark world loot, which is kind of cool. They're getting your dark world loot out of places like this that aren't actually a dark world. Alright, so here we go, inside this chest. Just knots, lots and lots of knots. So there you go, that is all of the chests. You get some pretty cool loot out of this place, lots and lots of knots, and lots of purite weaponry as well, which of course would have come in a lot handier before they had the purite sale, and I spent thousands upon thousands of knots on purite. But that's okay, this is still a really, really cool adventure. Now, I think that about wraps it up for me inside this adventure. Like I said, I could wander around and check out some of these other islands and stuff, but a lot of them are just copy and pasted adventures out of other places. And then also, it looks like we've probably got some copy and pasting going on out of the social hub too, which is pretty interesting. But still, I think that is going to wrap it up for me in here. Welcome back to bomb production. Here we go. We now have 8 purite anvils working away as hard as I possibly can to make up as many bombs as I can get my hands on. So right now I'm actually making up purite plate bombs, mostly because I just have the purite lying around ready to go. I've also updated the chest, so this is now a large chest. I also need to bring up the bombs from downstairs because there are still just a few bombs down here as well. Now, in case you're a little bit worried that I'm running out of purite because I've only got 7 plates left, I go over and have a look in my rare metals chest, right in the middle here. We should have 2 whole stacks worth of purite, so that's not really a huge deal. However, I am going to swap back over now and take over some gold plate to use for the rest of these, because I want to just hold on to a little bit of purite. It might come in handy over the next couple of days before the wipe happens. You never know. So I have been kind of going a little bit crazy. I've only managed to use probably 2 stacks of purite in the last little while. Even with doing a whole bunch of armor, a new chest, all of those anvils, everything, I'm still only a couple of stacks of purite down. So there you go. I've also used up just a little bit of my abyssium and a few other bits and pieces there as well. But now we're going to go upstairs and start collecting up all of these bombs and stashing them away in the chest. Now, I'm thinking that we're probably actually going to go out and run an adventure with only purite bombs first. It's going to give us about that many purite bombs. That'll probably be enough, I'd say, to run through an entire adventure. But I will, of course, also bring out some gold bombs or something else as well to see how we go. And yeah, we're going to run through that using only bombs to combat any challenges we may face. So, bomb production went just a little bit nuts. I have to throw a huge shout out here to Onyx Eve and also to Elo Scale for their help. And I mean, with all of their help, I managed to get 5 bombs. No, wait, 7 bombs. Look out! Of course, I'm kidding. If we come down here and have a look in the chest, not only do we have a full chest of bombs here on this side, including 3 full sets of the bombs that were given out in the mail, we also have this entire chest here full of bombs as well. So as you can see, I've cleared my inventory out and we are ready to go on an adventure solely using bombs. Now, before we do, I was just kind of looking around this place, and I was looking around down in my storage area before, and I realized that it gets a bit dark and gloomy down there. So I think we might fix that right now. We're just gonna kind of stand here and fix that problem, because it is definitely a problem. Here we go. Bang. Did we make it through? And yes, there we go. We are actually through. So this is a good idea of kind of the damage that we're going to be able to see out of these bombs. As you can see, it doesn't do huge areas of damage. It does this little kind of 5x5 here, or is that not 5x5? That is 4x4. Whoops, there you go. So we're actually going to grab out some more bombs. I need to come all the way back up here, grab out some more bombs, and we're going to take on an adventure with this many bombs. Let's see if we can do it. So 61 blue tag bombs, and how many? 68 yellow tag bombs. This is going to be a very interesting little experiment, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we're actually going to do 2 of these, I think. We're going to do a Dark Quarry, because this is a very Alpha 5 thing to do, and then of course we're going to do a Dark Corrupted Hive. So I'm going to do the Dark Corrupted Hive first. Here we go, in world. So of course, running This adventure is going to come with its own unique set of challenges. Obviously, we can't really see too much right now, and also I'm going to get hot very, very quickly, which means I need to make my way directly to the hive, because I don't have any pickaxes, I don't have anything with me. All I've got is these bombs in my hand, and I don't think the bombs are going to give me cactus if I need them. And here's our first challenge. Check this out. Bam! Killed a Liger first up off the bat. And got the Guardian Liger as well. Let's see if we can kill this guy off. Oh, not if I keep throwing like that, we can't. Oh man, I am so bad with these things. Because of course I haven't really used these too much before. And as you can see, this is not doing as much damage as I want it to do. And we are getting very, very hot. So we're going to have to get out of here and try and get into the hive. And there's a captain over there. Let's get rid of that guy. Or miss completely, you know, whatever. Alright, so let's cool down a little bit. I'm going to take some more stuff on because, of course, that's kind of the whole point. That's why we're here, what we're trying to do. So, back off and out, I reckon. Let's see what is around to take on. And there's a big, big fight happening over here. Alright, this is just a Liger. Let's see if we can kill this one Liger. Bam! One dead Liger. Haha, amazing. Alright, here we go. This is a better fight. Soldier Bug is dead. Saberhorn Liger. Those things are pretty damn tough, actually. That's 2 bombs to the face, and this guy is still coming. Wow, these things do have a large radius on them, don't they? Oh, 1 Liger dead. Yes, 2 Ligers dead. Let's see if we can take this bug out as well. Nice. Bug is gone. Alright, so as much fun as that is, I think it's time to run through this adventure, because throwing bombs at things, as cool as it is probably going to get pretty boring for you guys. So let's try and take on this hive real quick and see what we can do about this. Because of course, the Bug Queen, bombs are actually a good, effective strategy against the Hive Queen, because she's very stationary, it's pretty easy to hit her with bombs, and they do a lot of damage. I mean, not to her particularly, because she has a lot of health, but they do a lot of damage, as you can see. We're almost 3 bombs into that elite soldier bug, and he is down, down, down. You can get to the Hive Queen simply by following the lanterns. So let's see how many bombs it's going to take this queen out. Of course, can't do anything about that ground attack. I'm just going to have to take that. Hope that I can defeat her before she kills me with that ground attack. Oh, 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 back it up. How about you die, Soldier Bug? I'm gonna back off a little bit. I'm also starting to run out of bombs, which is not good. Oh, and I'm starting to run out of health, which is really not good. Oh, oh, and she's dead! Yes! Haha, perfect. So, what did we go through? We went through an insane amount of bombs there. We had something like 60 on each here before we started. And now look at this. We've got 30 in one and 53 in the other. So, we actually used up quite a number of bombs. That was quite cool, though. I really enjoyed that. So, let's gear ourselves back up a little bit, get some more health, and head on into the quarry, which is going to be just a little bit more favourable, I think. And here we are in the jungle. Now, if you have a look at my inventory, I've pulled out all of my Purite bombs, and I've, of course, just left in everything else that I had from last time. I didn't bother bringing any weapons along. I figured, hey, if I've got this many bombs, what could go wrong? Surely. We're going to be fine, right? I'm not going to, like, blow myself up or anything. This, of course, is going to be quite a bit different to the last run. Not only do I now not have to contend with weather effects, but I now actually have to contend with enemies who can run away, which is going to be a little bit more of a problem, because as we saw in the desert, my bomb throwing skills are not the greatest, and even practicing on this Colossosaur, I am not doing exceedingly well. Oh, and bombs, one-shotting any kind of small, inconvenient soldier. That's just really nice. Now let's take out these guys around here. Oh, that's an archer. He should be pretty easy to take out. No, missed him. Huh, I got interrupted by the archer shot. That's not great. Let's see what happens if I run right up to him. blow out the ground underneath him. Bam! One dead Ultra. Alright, let's carry on down here, because of course this is really what we're here for. Well, bye-bye veteran. Or bye-bye bomb, I guess. Bam! There you go. He's dead. And there is a ladder. Of course there was a ladder. Hi veteran, take another bomb. To the face. How are you still alive? That's not fair. Oh well. Continuing on, we're just gonna leave that guy alone, I think. Down to 30 bombs already, that's 12 bombs thrown, and we haven't even really got anywhere half decent in this quest yet. Let's jump down to the side. Let's take out these walls and see what we can find. I'm gonna do this with my gold bombs, I think. Bam! I don't think there's anything through there. Let's go to the other one. And for those of you who don't know, this is where the gold chest is in this map. Down the bottom here, and there is the gold chest. We hit it. And Bitter and Signature, of course, is the gold chest thing for the jungle. If we'd been in anything else, the gold chest would have had more Purite, which would have been funny, because I think we'd have then gone back and made more Purite bombs with it. And we've now got all of the locals very pissed off at us. Don't tend to like it when you run around in their quarry throwing bombs. Oh, no, missed that guy. Come on. There we go. Killed him and him. And of course, now we are on to the boss battle. So, what have we got? We've got 5 peons down around the bottom, which we're going to have to take out. Bam, there's one. Of course, doing this all with bombs could be a little bit tricky. So you guys over there, let's take a bomb to you. Oh, right between them too, that was just very unlucky. Why are they just standing around is what I want to know. Maybe because I haven't entered the room yet. Bam! Ha ha ha! Alright, you next. Or straight through you apparently. Alright, now I've got these guys. It is going to be this guy that is the problem. Of course, I can run and dodge around his attacks now, but he can also do the same to me, which is going to be kind of painful. And the bombs are going through him too, which doesn't help matters. Alright, let's see if we can run past. Oh, no, we got whacked in the back. I thought running past was actually going to do the trick there. Alright, bam bam. Actually, this fight, I think is actually going a little easier than the Hive Queen fight. I'm now getting the hang of throwing bombs at enemies. You really just got to aim at their feet because the bomb curve and arcs upwards. So if I throw it here at an enemy at chest height, it may go up and over, which is really not what you want. So if you throw at the feet level, you're guaranteed to get that hit, which is really cool. So here we go. This is almost done and dusted. I can't believe how quickly you can actually get through a level like this with just a stack of bombs. Of course, it does take a huge stack of bombs because we've gone through almost 40 bombs in this one run. Oh, and Tarnished Conscript jumping over the bomb. How is this guy the hardest guy to kill? Come on, man. Thank you. Seriously, how many bombs was that? That was like 4 bombs to kill the Tarnished Conscript. That was a crazy number. Alright, so here we go. This is it. This is the end of this level. Let us just flick out these last couple of bombs we've got as well, because hey, when we're here, we might as well. We're going to get rid of our last few Purite bombs. Let's see what we can knock out with these things. Let's take out this pillar. Haha! Yes! And here we are. This is the ranch that I am going to blow to smithereens. Now, this thing is actually quite huge now that I've seen it again, and I mean, haven't been here for ages and ages and ages. So let's go take a peek inside, and as you can see, this place is actually pretty big. Now, probably going to have to remove this chest out of the center here because I'm pretty sure chests won't explode, along with the mailbox that is also around to the side here. And then once we've done that, we can start exploding this. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to do this as more of a time-lapse because it is going to take quite a while to throw this many bombs. Now, you can be assured I am going to have a whole hell of a lot of fun throwing all of these bombs, and then all of the bombs that are over there in the chest as well. But yeah, I just think that it's going to take me a little bit longer than you guys would probably want to stay paying attention for. So we're going to do it as a time lapse, throwing as many bombs as I possibly can and seeing just how far through this island I actually get. So unfortunately there is actually no time lapse for this one, which is a bit of a shame. As I was going through, SkySaga crashed a few times and it caused my recording to corrupt, which means I don't have any footage that I can show you of destroying this place, but I can of course show you the aftermath. So let's turn around and have a look at what we did. So this is all of the bombs I had. We've got a completely empty chest and a completely empty inventory. I've just got a few extra bombs down here just for right now, because as you're about to see, we didn't get all the way through absolutely everything I wanted. So let's take a look. 3, 2, 1. Bam! So as you can see, the structure is actually, it's pretty damaged, but there is still a considerable amount of branch left here. So look, as I managed to make it through all of the bottom floor here, which is actually pretty interesting considering that was like 3 or 4 thick in some places, especially over this side where we had the stage type area where the portal is in the actual main adventure. The biggest thing that actually kind of took the longest time was getting rid of all of these decor items. The decor items take a good 2 or 3 bombs to get through for the most part. And as you can see, there are still a few kind of floating around the place that I just couldn't get when I was going through and doing this stuff. So if I throw some more bombs, you see what I mean? And I've missed there. If I throw one here, as you can see, it took out the wood almost instantly. But if I throw another one, that's when we get the actual bridge slats collapsing. So there you go. That's what happens when you throw bombs and lots of bombs at a structure. You can get a fair distance of the way through it, but you cannot remove an entire structure with a chest full of bombs, which is kind of saddening, to be perfectly honest. They really need to do just a little bit more damage, especially to the decor items, because this is kind of annoying. That's 2 bombs, and I've only removed 2 bridge slats here, so that's just not all that great. So here we are back on my home island where it all started when we got going with this Alpha 5 season. And I gotta say, as much as I haven't really had a lot of time to put into the Alpha 5 season, it has been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed Alpha 5. There were a few changes here and there, and they added a new biome, and there was just lots and lots of stuff that I thought was really quite awesome, and I really enjoyed going through and playing this and showing you guys all of the stuff that I was doing each week. Well, when I was playing SkySaga, that is. And I am just amazingly keen for SkySaga Alpha 6 because not only is a huge number of changes coming, but I am also going to have a lot more free time to myself to play SkySaga, which means we're going to be putting out more videos and hopefully some better quality videos as well. I want to start trying to look at a few post-editing techniques and stuff and start putting out higher quality videos for you all to come and have a look at as well, which should be quite good. Now, as I mentioned slightly earlier in this video, up there is actually some stuff that I'm still kind of working on. That's going to be a tutorial for Tuesday, just so that you guys can have something to look at while we're all waiting for SkySaga Alpha 6 to launch. Now, this is actually something that is going to be useful in Alpha 6. I'm not sure about getting recipes or anything like that in Alpha 6, so this does use a few recipes, and hopefully they will be available by the time Alpha 6 rolls around, and we'll still be able to do exactly what I want to do with all of these things. But it's just something I've been working on because the devs have been talking about a few little bits and pieces as to what's going to happen in Alpha 6 and beyond on the forum. So there's just one thing there that they talked about that I went, hey, we can do something with this. And so that's what we're going to do. And if that's all really confusing, tune in on Tuesday when that video goes up and I'll actually talk about it more and then obviously show you what it is that we're doing. So this is it. As you can see, this is my home island. I very much use this place as just a bit of a test bed this season, so there's not really a whole lot of building going on over here, but that will definitely be changing going to Alpha 6. We're going to be going back to the big and wonderful builds that we've been doing. I did, of course, have that plan to turn one of my islands into a city, and I still have that plan. I still love that plan. That's definitely going to happen at some point in the future. We'll have a look when we get into SkySaga Alpha 6 and see if that's what I want to do in Alpha 6. I might have some other ideas. We'll see what goes on there. But either way, you can be absolutely assured I will be doing something big and grand and very bold coming into Alpha 6. So, I hope to see you then. Enjoy the video that comes out on Tuesday, and I will see you all in Alpha 6 next weekend.